Alright, people. The time has come, unfortunately. This is gonna happen sooner or later. And it's for real this time. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's gonna happen. I've cracked on Destiny. I've cracked. Just finished trying to raid for it took 5 hours just trying to do the hard raid 1 or 2 times. 1.5 times, I guess. And failed to do it because we couldn't beat the bridge twice. And there's no fun left. It's over and done for me. Literally no fun. And my cat's waking up, so that'll be great. Okay, maybe not. She's sound asleep. That was something else. That was a ghost behind me. That was Peter Dinklage behind me. You know, we question this game a lot. We say, if it had this, it'd be a lot better. If it had that, why did they do this? And I'm just done with it. I don't care anymore. And this funny thing is I just got the 32 of my third character, the Titan. I have an insane build, but I just don't give a fuck. Literally don't care. I'm just gonna try to get the Warlock helmet because I want to put on the best possible armor and shader with the Warlock, and that's it. That's all I want to do. It's the only piece of gear I'm missing, and it's pretty annoying. I'm gonna tell you all why we, or maybe just I, or maybe you and me watching this, or you watching this video, or we as a community, why we kept playing this game. Reason number 1. What else is there to play? On the Xbox One, MCC was supposed to take over. Completely failed. Advanced Warfare on both systems. Horrible connection issues. Just completely destroys the experience. Other games like Evolve got delayed. Titanfall is dead as a community. GTA 5 nobody cares about that I play with. All of the other games that were supposed to be the competition, that were supposed to draw us away from Destiny, have not done it for us at all. The game that I plan on playing, though, a lot, is Mass Effect 3. I want to play Mass Effect 3 3 years after release, because that game has 40 plus characters and more variety in one subclass than Destiny as an entire game has. So, if you guys want to play Mass Effect 3 with me, let me know. Just recently moved my 360 back into my room for that reason. Another game I want to play is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Used to play that a lot as a kid. I want to play it again. So reason number 1 for a lot of people is, what else is there to play? Reason number 2. This game is extremely accessible and friendly and I think easy. Okay, in PvE, compared to other games, there is no lag at all. You know how good that is? MCC co-op. Halo 3 doesn't even work. The game just slows down. On previous generations, if you were not host, you were ice skating. The controls were like a good second and a half late. And it completely took you out of the game. It wasn't fun at all playing co-op on any other Halo game. Okay. In multiplayer, we all know we've been bullshitted on by people that are lagging in the red bar and they have an advantage, but hit scan plus left trigger aiming, aim down sight, is something that no other first-person shooter has pulled off. Call of Duty doesn't have hit scan. Hit scan is, if you pull the trigger and your aimer is on the enemy, the bullet will hit him unless you're like red bar. But the bullet will hit him. Halo 3 had it, not with the BR, but with the sniper. Call of Duty does not. That's why you have to lead the shot with the sniper in Call of Duty and in Gears of War. That's why the sniper is so powerful in Destiny. High strafe speed, left trigger aiming makes it really easy, even though I'd prefer right stick, and it's hit scan. And you have 4 shots and you don't have to do the no land beyond pump action. That's why sniping is so damn good in this game. Okay. So that's the second reason, is that there's so many positive elements that make it an easy game. Another thing. People might say the hard raid is hard or whatever. Okay, I'm talking about all the other stuff. 4 months into the game, we all know exactly what to do to get every single bounty. If you're a veteran at this game, you can get every single bounty, Vanguard and Crucible, within like an hour and a half. And it can help a lot for armor. You can max out armor in 2 hours easily. There is no challenge beyond the hard raid and stupid setups for the Nightfalls. Every single time we do a mission, we just run by everything. Is that fun? Is that fun? No. Okay, and Destiny was so bad at making Crota's End hard that the only way that they could do hard mode was just to make you underleveled. That's their idea of hard. Not to introduce a mechanic like the detained field for Vault of Glass or some other mechanic to actually make it more difficult. They just decided, you know what? People are killing Crota too fast. Let's just make him level 33. Let's make everything 33 and armored. Fun. The only thing that's not easy about this game is leveling up exotic weapons. For some reason that takes way too many bounties, but getting the bounties, not hard at all. Another thing I really don't like that I realized after playing Mass Effect 3, you aren't rewarded at all for getting a duplicate exotic. Imagine if it was like Mass Effect 3 with the ultra rares, or if you got a gun again, it leveled up. So before the DLC, you could get a 300 icebreaker. If you got it again, you get 305, even though the cap is 300. And if you got it again, 310. If you got it again, 315. How cool would that have been? My friend Ryan, Bad News Baron, I think he said he's gotten 8 icebreakers. He could have like the best icebreaker in the world right now. But does anybody know he's gotten 8? Does anybody even care? Because Zerg sold it twice? Is there any way to tell whether or not, or how you got your gun? Back to reason number 1, when I said there's no competition, Borderlands 2 is another game that's coming out mid-March that I'd love to go back on, and we're all going to play it, and we're going to realize what it's like to play a good co-op loot shooter. Let's see, what else do we have with why we played Destiny? It's easy to also get the exotics that I was talking about. You don't even have to win in multiplayer to be able to get one of the best guns in the game. I've gotten 6 exotics in multiplayer in 4 months, and countless in Nightfalls and raid chests. Before the Deathslinger update, you could just hop on your your 3 characters and just go check the doors for 10 minutes and you could get an exotic. Are you kidding me? On Borderlands 2, I would get a legendary playing with my boy Vaccine once a month. Okay, maybe not once a month. We got less than a dozen legit legendaries, and I played that game I played a majority of my time in that game from the end of the DLC to Xbox One. Just every single day. Played it for a good month and a half. And less than a dozen legendaries. On this game, they hand them to you. As much as we like to complain about the Cryptarch not just giving you a blue or ascendant shard, they hand you legendaries and exotics in this game. Xur comes once a week and has a guaranteed exotic weapon and armor for your class. The Skullfort used to be one of the coolest pieces in the game, along with like Skull of Dairam Kar and Praxic Fire. Well, those two he hasn't sold yet, so if you have those two, you're tight. But Skullfort, he sold it, and almost every single Titan I see has it. It's just like, I don't understand why then they didn't do killing a boss has a chance to drop weapon like the raid bosses. Why couldn't all of the bosses in the game be like that? And how come when you're patrolling, the bosses don't randomly spawn and you can get the weapon? Like if you're just patrolling Earth and you come across a double walker, kill him, he's like level 30, and boom, you get an exotic weapon. 1 in whatever chance. How cool would that have been? But no, it's too hard. Why is there only one game mode? One PvE game mode we can play with more than 3 people? Why is this not 4-player co-op? Because there's only 3 classes. Why is there only 6 subclasses? I think by now there should be at least a dozen. Easy. Easy. Have more than one solar and arc per character. And everybody looks the fucking same because everybody wants to be 32 and everybody has the same gear. And I can't. I've cracked. I can't do it anymore. The most important thing is that not only is getting the armor to get to max rank to still be under level not fun at all, by March 10th, it's all useless. Even though Bungie has said, oh, we're not going to sell 33 armor in the vendor again and we're going to do the upgrading exotics differently. I don't fucking care. They messed up a dozen too many times. Just the fact that you can't jump and shoot. I mean, apparently jumping fusion rifles were overpowered, okay? It just... Then why is there a dozen jumping abilities in the game if you can't jump and shoot accurately? What is the point? And why are Titans so much faster than Warlocks and Hunters? Why is Lift faster? I don't understand. He's supposed to be this hulking CQC brute that isn't fast and is slow. Have you seen a Titan Lift? They're the fastest character in the game. I've cracked. As far as multiplayer goes, I haven't talked about that yet. I don't want to go for Sea Flag and Blind Watch ever again on the rooftop. I don't want to jump through the Death Pit window on Firebase Delphi ever again. I don't want to spawn at the A-Rocks on Venus ever again. I don't want to see all of my teammates die at B Flag when we're trying to cap A and C on Twilight Gap ever again. And these maps, you want to talk about not fun? I don't know how I did it this long. I really don't. Hopefully, when we finish the raid tomorrow, on my Warlock, can I get the helmet? That'll be it for me. Can't do it anymore. This is when you know, okay? I would have rather looked and applied for jobs for 5 hours straight than try to do the hard mode raid. That would have been more fun and obviously a better use of time. But that would have been what I preferred to do. If I had to do it again, I would have done that and not watched Crota kneel over and just pull his bullshit off and have ogres pull their bullshit off. It's ridiculous. In conclusion, in my opinion, the game is addicting as fuck. It catches you. It gets you into this cycle, okay? You gotta get on, do some bounties, do the daily. Then you do that again, maybe raid. And then Xur comes. You better have enough strange coins. You get your gun or your armor, and over that weekend you level it up. And then Tuesday you raid in Nightfall again, and it keeps happening. Over and over and over again. I can tell you a few things that would get me to come back. One, there's got to be a weekly or just some complete overhaul to PvP rewards. Why is there no weekly challenge of getting like 1,000 kills in a week in the Crucible? Or getting 50 wins in the Crucible? Halo Reach had that. Halo Reach has an extremely similar reward or weekly reset to this game. You'd have weekly missions with skull modifiers that you had to do that give you a lot of credit, or let's see, XP, I guess. Yeah, XP. Then there's 4 dailies you had to do. You had to like play firefight and get kills, or get 400 headshots in any game mode, or you had to complete a campaign mission, or you had to play multiplayer and win 3 games. And then there was a weekly PvP one. No, the weekly I think would change back and forth. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the whole weekly challenges was the exact same as Destiny. And the fact that this game doesn't have a weekly Crucible just pisses me off. Plus, the matchmaking is awful. We've already talked about that many times. And the scoring system is also completely terrible. I've showed you evidence of this. Clash games where we get 8 more kills and lose by 1,000 points. Just can't do it anymore. I'm not gonna dismantle all my gear and guns though, because I think I either read or saw something where the game is going to be completely different sooner or later, and I still don't want to be playing the game then, but I'll end up testing it out. Like with every Call of Duty, pretty much, I've quit by January. And then I get the game back after patches in the summer and play it. Like Black Ops 1 was one of the most fun CODs, but I still quit in January and then got it back in like April. And I think I sold it again and then got it back again and made the Cure montage. So, I need to stop playing this horrid of a so-called video game. It's so bad and not fun. But it's easy and so noob friendly. The grenades curve. The sticky grenades curve. They're homing grenades. If any of you guys have tried to go on Halo recently and you play Warlock, 1, you can't melee because you think you can melee things from 15 feet away. 2, you won't land a stick because you expect it to fucking curve in the air. And then when you're shooting somebody and get hit out of scope, you won't know what to do then because you're not used to that. Because there's like no view kick with regular guns. There's no like gun skill at all in Destiny. And then your map awareness will be complete shit because the radar doesn't cover the whole map. I played Team Hardcore in Halo 2. I got flanked and shot from the side every single death because I wasn't used to not having Destiny's radar where I'm just fed information. The game is so noob friendly and there's no skill gap. How can you win a competitive game when you spawn on the wrong side of the map and you can't flank because of the radar? It's impossible. If you play against a party of 6 from a good team on Delphi and they get A spawn, you can't win unless you pull off God mode plays, which are really difficult if you're playing against Thorn, Last Word, and like just good classes and grenades. You know how easy it is when you put on Thorn and Firebolt grenades with Viking Funeral? It's impossible to not die. If you shoot somebody in the body and then melee them with any class, they're going to die. Unless they melee and kill you and get Hungering Blade or Lifesteal or Flame Shield. That won't happen very often. It's a guaranteed trade. If you thorn them and grenade them with like any grenade in the game, besides like Incendiary Grenade because that grenade sucks, or Suppressor, it's a guaranteed kill. And then you put on a chest where you spawn with grenade energy, and that's a guaranteed 1 KD. Sunsinger plus Void Fang and Firebolt grenades. If you can't get a 1 KD using that, you're not allowed to play. You are banned from Xbox Live. You know, I've said in a lot of comments this game has no skill gap and is noob friendly. There's so many other things that I'm forgetting that I could rant about. Okay, the dead ghosts that are left behind. When you die, you cannot shoot through them. Twice I've been killed because of this. One, I'm gonna put the clip in. The other one, I don't think I have. On one of them, I tried to golden gun somebody, and I hit my teammate's dead ghost, and it didn't hit him. And then the other one that you're watching right now is hilarious, isn't it? Look at that gamer tag. How ironic of a gamer tag is that with that clip? Trip mine grenades not only kill you in one hit, not only are they a grenade, that's basically a claymore, they stay there for 10 seconds after you die. They don't disappear when you respawn like Call of Duty. They stay there. If you're not spec'd in the full armor, you will die to a trip mine grenade. And then there's lightning grenades that are trip mine grenades that blow up 4 times. How did I play this long? You know how? Because what the fuck else was I gonna play? MCC ruined this game. This game was supposed to be hop on it once, couple times, 3 times a week, play it for a little bit, and then go back to Halo. Instead, it was, what the fuck are we supposed to play? If you guys are new, everyone in TCG was pumped to try to go for 50s in all the playlists. They still don't have rankings in more than one playlist on MCC. Okay, TCG is Team Custom Games. That derives from Halo. All we did was play customs on Halo 3. Like, at least 3 times a week, we'd play a custom that went to like 700 kills. That's like 5 hours. Guardian FFA, infinite ammo, BR start with MLG settings. That's all we fucking did. Can't even do that on MCC because the sound on the game is broken. You can have a sniper bottom green and shoot and it sounds like your S3. They couldn't port one game correctly. Okay, I don't know if Halo 2 is ported correctly, but Halo 1 I know they fucked up with fall damage. Halo 3 is a mess, and Halo 4 had the 5-shot BR. Oh, but we get ODST for free. Yeah, suck my fucking dick, 343. Okay, point right here. You know how, like, 20 years after, like, a catastrophic event happens in the entertainment industry, they make a documentary on it? Like, I'm not gonna remember this name. Oh, fuck. Okay, how about the mysterious deaths and the poltergeist? How they, like, do documentaries on why people were randomly dying every time they filmed the poltergeist movie? They need to make something on what the fuck happened to Destiny and MCC 20 years, 10 years from now. Hopefully I'll be able to produce it or do something with it because I want to know. I'm going to link. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to link it because no. But there's Destiny E3 gameplay out there where it's a completely different game. Completely different. Like, teammates flying in on ships and spawning in right next to you, getting dropped off by their ship. Bosses dropping Thunderlords. Bosses dropping weapons where he walks over them and the Thunderlord pops up. Not at the end of it. It doesn't say what's his face found anything. Like, I want to know what happened. And 343 is the worst company, I think, of all time. People think like BP or just asshole of a group with billions of dollars. No, it's 343. They almost ruined like millions of childhoods. Don't think I said that right. They pretty much ruined everything. I could keep going. Let's see. What else is there to say now? How about the fact that Crota just stands there and looks at you? Okay, we played Mass Effect 3, me and Odie, against the Reapers. Banshees bring so much pressure and force you into bad situations. It's unbelievable. It's the complete opposite of Destiny. In Destiny, the bosses stand there and watch you and let them shoot you, while their little mooks cause the problems and shoot their little boomers at you. In Mass Effect 3, the Banshees bring it. They don't give a fuck. They teleport at you and they can pick you up and kill you in one hit and you can't be revived. And then the mooks come in and clean you up and cause a ruckus. The brutes come in and the ravagers snipe you from across the map. That's how it should be. The banshees don't stand there and let you shoot them. And then if you have the atlases, which are slow moving, good luck 1v1ing an atlas if you don't have a sniper or like a really good assault rifle or shotgun, because that motherfucker will 3-shot you with his cannon. If you could have max shields, it doesn't fucking matter. He's thoom, thoom, thoom. And then the phantoms, oh my god. It's making me want to play. And I played the fuck out of that. On the website, apparently I had 689 hours on Mass Effect 3. I still want to play. Right now I'm just sitting in the tower and it's just like... Just like, why? I'm kind of disgusted with myself that I haven't even lasted this long. And for you guys that still want to see PvP gameplay, don't worry. I have dozens upon dozens of hours that I could still upload. That it always happens like that. Okay, maybe not dozens upon dozens of hours, but it won't run out anytime soon. You can trust me on that. But yeah, like I said, what could bring me back? More maps and completely overhaul the Crucible. Why the fuck is there not a permanent playlist with level advantages enabled? Why? Why is there no CTF? You know how fun CTF would be? Cross-map clutch Nova bombing. Fucking Blade Dancer and just... Why are assault rifles completely useless except when shooting somebody who's trying to snipe? Why? Why couldn't they make it so you just get de-scoped? Or the reticule only goes up? I'm going to upload a clip a different day where my reticule, I get so much view kick that I'm going for a collateral headshot montage clip. I get so much view kick, my reticle goes below the enemy's feet when I pull the trigger. Why do I want to play the game where it does that? Okay, we're used to view kick in Call of Duty where it goes up. It went below his feet. I missed by like 10 feet. It was right on his head, and within 2 frames it was below his feet. Why do I want to play the game when that can happen? You tell me. If anybody's taking offense to this, please tell me why you're going to keep playing the game. I'm even going to ask my boys why. You know, they probably listen to this. Why y'all want to keep playing? Think about it. We just spent that much time trying to do the raid. What? Just to get a helmet or a gun for God knows what? Just to have it for the House of Wolves raid. And you know what? I probably will want to do that by the time that comes out. Because I actually liked the Crota's End normal raid. And I have not done one Crota's End raid on level yet. I was 32 by the time hard mode has come out. I have not been on level once. I have not been able to one-shot those stupid knights up in the tower yet. That's another thing. What? Why did they even list the defense value in the armor? You could have more defense. Okay, this probably isn't possible, but even if it was, let's pretend it is possible. You could have more defense as a 31 light than a 32 light, and you would die 5 times faster. Okay, that's a stupid number. You would die in one quicker arc boomer shot, I guess we could say, even though you have more defense, because for some reason the level is the only thing that matters. You could have minimum light level to be 131 and then be one light away from 32, but you have the same health. You do the same damage. There's no threshold or no gauge. You're just 31. And the attack value on your guns? You guys using your radiant energy in your guns? I'd much rather be on level and using an old legendary from before the DLC without ascendant material than be below level and using a maxed out new gun. That's how ridiculous the leveling is. I could probably do... Now I'm just talking about it. I almost hope I'm wrong at this point, because if I'm not, it's embarrassing. I could probably do as much damage with a 267 Devil You Know as a 32 than a 31 with a 331. What are the new ones called? The Devil You Don't? Hopefully it has the same impact, I'm not sure, but can I please be wrong about that? I might have to test it. Plot twist, I don't have an old hand cannon. Yep, it's unfortunate that I just cracked in the last 20 minutes. I'm drinking water, not a beer. For any of you insane people out there. Like, let's look through my games collection real quick. And another thing, I haven't been impressed by one person on Twitch. Like, wish you luck. Prayers. Triple Wreck, no. Like, I haven't seen like a play. First of all, I haven't seen anybody who doesn't search in a party of 6. Everybody on Destiny Tracker is terrified to play without a full party. It's embarrassing. I've not seen one person who had like under a party of 5 on Twitch. Or, of course, skirmish or whatever, party of 3. Imagine playing the game by yourself. Actually, besides Fizzer. I've seen Fizzer, and he has a few YouTube videos where it's like, okay, that was impressive. That took something. But everyone else, like their highlights on YouTube and stuff, it's just like, I've played Titanfall, like I've played like 7 games in the past 2 days. I've made bigger and more important, more skillful plays in those 7 games than in all of my like 2,500 on Destiny, where I was just like, wow, that was harder and that was more important than this pre-aim, hard aim sniper headshot on somebody because of the radar was across the map and I would just hard aim the spot and it's the same spot that I've sniped because he can't go anywhere else because every map is too small and he can't flank because I will know he's over there if he flanks and I'll just pre-aim that spot. Take the fucking radar out. That will destroy the fusion rifles. The fusion rifles, that's the fusion rifle nerf. Remove the radar. And then just take the shotguns out and the snipers. Primaries and heavies only. That sounds like fun. And while you're at it, take out the last word. Or at least the bonus damage. Why the fuck does it have the highest fire rate plus Thorn's impact but with random bonus damage? 111 damage. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why? Why can you just randomly 2-shot somebody? I remember Brent was telling me that he 1v1 this game with the last word and they both had it and he lost because he got 2-shotted because his bonus damage didn't proc. Great game. Fun. Alright. My games and apps. Assassin's Creed Unity. Terrible. Advanced Warfare. Why is it in Call of Duty now? If you're 3 bullets behind, you can't get a kill because every gun kills in 3 bullets or 4 bullets. So if I'm 3 or 4 bullets behind and we see each other at the same time, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I need wired internet? Dark Dreams Don't Die was free. Probably gonna play that sooner or later. Destiny, great game. GTA 5, have not loaded it once and accidentally bought it without using credit. Pretty cool. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Killer Instinct Season 2 completely sucked the fun out of the game. Thanks you, Iron Galaxy, for completely ruining Killer Instinct for me. I was so into that game. I knew all of the characters. I knew exactly what was going on. And then Amazon bought Double Helix and TJ Combo came out, and that was the end of that. Killer Instinct 2 Classic and Killer Instinct, you can't play against, or you can't that's not worth explaining. Limbo, an Xbox 360 game, gotta beat that sooner or later. I would have loved to be playing Shadow of Mordor the entire time we were struggling in the raid. I got the DLC. I don't even know. I couldn't figure out how to activate the DLC. I installed it, but the missions weren't on the map. I'll definitely try it again though. And then Titanfall and Worms Battlegrounds. That's all I have on Xbox One. And guess how much space that takes up? 84%. 13 games takes up 84% of my hard drive space. On my 360, I have 35 games installed, and I still have 56 gigs free with a 200 gig hard drive. Are you kidding me? Xbox One, what the fuck are you doing? The only thing this console has on 360 is that you can go home and you won't quit your game. You can't dashboard on 360 and it'll just click your game. That's very interesting to get used to. Alright, what else is there talking about? I'm sorry if you're still listening to this, honestly. The Iron Banner helmets better look good, because if they do, I could easily just grind those and then get the fuck out again. I'm gonna say the coolest gun in the game is without question the Bad Juju. That gun went from complete ass to it's like the most fun gun to use, and it's like one of the most effective guns to use in PvE. I love how you just have infinite ammo and you just keep letting it. Oh, that's so awesome. I love using Bad Juju. It's the only thing fun in this game. I think that's it. I could keep going for like 2 hours, but I can't think of anything else.